Good afternoon. Welcome to Scholars Universal School online class. Our subject will be taken now is basic technology. Under this subject now, our next topic is the transmission of electricity. The way electricity is transmitted from the generating station to the final consumer. And the contents we'll be treating are first one, the electricity transmission, second one, the mode of transmission, stages of electrical supply. Electricity transmission. Electrical power transmission is the bulk of the large movements of electrical energy from generating sites such as power plants to an electrical substation. That is, it is the movement of large electrical energy from the generating site or generating station, such as the power plant to an electrical substation. And the mode of transmission of this electrical power is the use of high voltage power lines. High voltage power lines are used for the transmission of electricity over long distances. And we have stages of electrical supply. And there are three stages of electrical supply. Three stages, which are the electricity generation stage, the electricity transmission stage, and the electricity distribution stage. With the chart we have here, we can see the generating station in the blue, in the red diagram, the transmission lines in the blue diagram, we have the distribution lines in the green, and the final consumer in the black. As you can see, the electricity is produced from the generating stations, such as we have the Kanji Dam and the likes. That's where the electricity is produced, and it is then transmitted on high voltage transmission lines to the distribution station. And from the distribution station, we have the step down transformer that steps the electricity power, the current down before finally distributing it to the final consumers. Electricity is made at generating stations by huge generators, and generating stations can use wind, coal, natural gas, or water. One of the most popular generating station in Nigeria we have is the Kanji Dam, and it uses water as its fuel. The current produced from the generating station is then sent through transformers to increase the voltage to push the power long distances. If the electricity generated from the generating station is passed across to the transmission line without any transformer, by the end of the lines, the voltage would have dropped. So we make use of step-up transformers to step up the voltage to be able to push the power long distances. And the electrical charge goes through high voltage transmission lines and stretch. And we have pictures, some of the pictures of the generating plants. We have the one that uses wind, the one that uses water, solar, coal, and the like, and even nuclear energy. I have the transmission lines, which carries the electrical power from the generating station down to the distributing line, and we have the distribution lines, which is common. So after the electricity has been produced in the generating station and it is then passed across to the transmitting station, the transmitting station then transmits it with high voltage lines down to the distribution line, to the distribution station rather. And from the distribution station, it is then passed across to our various homes and offices to be consumed. To be Electrical power is produced in the generating station, then passed across to the transmission station, then transmitted at high voltage to the distribution station, where it is finally distributed to its final consumers. As electrical power transmission, like I said earlier, is the large movements of electrical power from generating sites, such as a power plant, to an electrical substation. It is as simple and straightforward as that. From the power plant to the step-up transformer to enable it to travel long distance, and from the electricity is produced in the generating sites at a voltage of 12 kilovolts, and then it is stepped up with a step-up transformer up to voltage of 400 kilovolts, and it is then transmitted on high voltage transmission line over a very long distance with the same 400 kilovolts. After it has arrived at the distribution line, the distribution station, the substation, it is then stepped down with the step down transformer down to a voltage of 13 kilovolts. all the way from 400 kilovolts. And when it is being distributed, another step down transformer is used to reduce the voltage to a reasonable amount usable by our homes, which is 240 volts, which we use at our homes. That is the process and that's the process and stage of the electricity transmission. So in summary, electrical power is produced at the generating station. It is transmitted with the use of high voltage transmitter lines from the transmitter station to the distribution station, and from the distribution station, it is finally distributed to the final consumers. So these questions. Question number one: where is the electricity produced? Question number two: what are used to transmit electricity? And question number three: list the three stages of electricity supply. Thanks for joining today's online class. Stay at home, stay safe. You can log on to www.scholarswithinterschools.com to know more of our services. Thanks again. You're welcome.